We are facing a major problem. A problem that needs to be solved. And in fact, the problem is so bad it needs to be solved today. Our baby sleeps. Our baby sleeps a lot. And that's part of the problem. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're gonna get on here and you're gonna say that your baby sleeping is a problem. Now, I know your historical situation with babies sleeping. You've had lots of kids who don't sleep at all. That's a problem. There's gonna be parents on here who say, your baby sleeping is a problem? Oh, cry me a river. Go live in a van down by the river for all I care. That's not a problem. A baby sleeping is not a problem. So don't say that. Let me rephrase that. Yes, the baby sleeping a long time is part of the problem. The real situation is what happens while the baby is sleeping. She keeps getting woken up. And because she's such a great sleeper, I want to get rid of any left field awakenings that could potentially happen. And it happens a lot because, well, we've got kids and kids make sound. In fact, we've got kids in our neighborhood that make a lot of sound, and the sound is coming from right there. That's right, the door. You see, our house has what we like to call a doorbell, and I'm not sure if your house has one, so I'll give a quick rundown. You push this button, and it rings really loud throughout the entire house, notifying that there's someone at the door, which is great. That's what the doorbell is supposed to do. It's supposed to let you know that someone's here at the door, whether they're bringing a package, whether they're kids coming over to play. But the fortunate thing is we have kids, we have dogs that will make a lot of sound associated with the doorbell. So when a package arrives at the door and they ring the doorbell while the baby's napping, it will wake up the baby. Or when a kid comes to the door and wants to play with our kids during nap time or bedtime, they ring the doorbell and it wakes the baby up. And that's why I'm upset. And that's why this is a problem that needs to be solved today. We need our baby to sleep because she's the best sleeper we've ever had. And we don't want to screw things up with a freaking doorbell that rings constantly. And actually, we love this doorbell. It's the Reolink PoE doorbell. It's really, really great. We have it with a lot of our automations. I have nothing against this doorbell. It's more about the timing in which the doorbell makes the sound. And we're gonna fix that. So we've done some solutions to help with that. Like we've made these signs that say, please don't ring the doorbell, or baby is asleep, leave at the door. This is a tried and true method that has worked for generations, but sometimes you forget the notes because, well, you're a parent and you've got a lot of things to do. But we live in the 21st century, I think it's the 21st century, and we have a smart home, so there's gotta be a way we can fix that. So the goal of today's video is to try and problem solve this situation using our smart home and the things we already have here at the house to make a solution that works automatically where we don't have to remember a note on the door. So this device right here is the Reolink chime. It pairs with the doorbell, and when the doorbell is pushed, it makes this sound. So that chime is great because it's loud enough for the entire house to hear, so we're not gonna miss someone at the door. The problem is it's loud enough that it can wake up the baby. I'll have to double check this, but I don't believe the Reolink doorbell pairs with your manual chime that you may have in your house. That's why they have this chime. All in all is that they're not smart, and we have to make them smart. Now this door behind me is the baby's room. It's typically only closed while she's sleeping at night or taking a nap. And so we can use that information to make this automation possible. So here's what I'm thinking. I think what we do is we put a contact sensor on this door so we can tell other things throughout the house what to do to turn on or off when this door is open or closed. I want to get my face in here. Oh, freak! Gosh dang it! I wanted to get my face in here, but it was a mistake. I just hit my head on the cabinet. And then I think what we do is we put this chime on a smart plug. That way we can say, when this door is closed, turn this off. And the reason I feel comfortable doing that is because we have other chimes throughout the house, and I'll show them to you now. One of the cool things about the HomePods is that they can act as doorbell chimes as well. So if you have something like a HomePod mini in your bathroom, when the doorbell rings, you can also get a chime there as well. So it looks like in order to make this work quickly and properly, we only need two things. That's a door contact sensor and a smart plug. And I think I have both of those in my drawers right now. So let's go look right now. But you have to promise you're not gonna judge me based on the condition of my drawers, okay? I'm working on it. Well, that's a lie. I'm not working on it, but that's just how it is, okay? Leave me alone. All right, let's take a gander here. Motion sensors, no. Smart plug, yes. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think this is what we're looking for. Contact sensors, okay. I think These are the two things that we will need to make this work. Now, if you're gonna be doing something like this, before you get too deep into it, make sure that your smart devices can communicate with like the hubs that you have. We have Apple HomeKit as like one of the main things that we use, and Eve works with those devices. So that's a big thing you wanna check before you buy more accessories to work with your smart home. Just a little tidbit to think about. So on this smart outlet, we have a button that we can push right here to manually turn it on and off. We also have a QR code that I'm gonna partially cover up so you guys can't steal it from me. I don't know if that's actually a thing, but I'm just being cautious. But we're just gonna plug it in place of this. Then this will now become smart. So we just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Uh-oh. It's a little too big. Oh no. I mean, this is where we normally have it, but I just don't wanna be pushing too much onto that. I think we've run into another problem. I mean, surely we could plug it into a place like right here, but it does stick out a little bit further than I'd like it to, and we have little children who will probably come and take it out. So I don't know if that's the best place. So there's a couple options. We can find another place that it'll work better, or we can try and find a smart plug that is smaller than this that will still work with the ecosystem we're in. Okay, I think I found a solution. So there's a plug right here that we can use, and just for reference, the other plug was right there. Just right in the corner, right by the fridge right there. We're just right here. Old plug, new plug. Small plug, more space. So all we do now, plug that in. We know that it's a good spot. It's up high, the kids can't get it, and we're still able to hear it just as well as we were when it was over there. So this is gonna be a great compromise, I think. Okay, now that we have our spot all figured out, we have to get this all set up in HomeKit so it can actually be smart and we can tell it what to do. So I'm gonna scan the QR code and add it to home. Oh, I think I need to plug it in. It's trying to connect. Okay, there we go. Probably needs power in order for it to connect. Now we're setting up, adding it to the home. Okay, now we need to choose a place where this is going to be. We're basically in the kitchen, so I'm just gonna call this plug the kitchen plug. And we're gonna call it the doorbell plug. If I need to change it later, I can. And we're gonna display it as an outlet. Now we can see it in the kitchen and it's currently turned off. So let's get the Real-Link chime plugged in so we can start doing some automations with it. There's some cool things about this. So I can just plug it in, and because there's no power to the Eve outlet, it's turned off. This is not gonna turn on. But all I need to do is tap this and it's gonna turn on, and therefore the Real-Link is turned on. And I could leave it there if I really wanted to. I could go into HomeKit and do an automation that at 7 o'clock, this is gonna turn off and it won't turn back on until 8 o'clock in the morning. That's as far as I could go if I wanted to make it as simple as possible. But I want this to be a little bit more advanced than just a time-based smart plug. This right here is a contact sensor. And all it really is a magnet that when these are close together, the magnets move, and when they're far apart, the magnets detach. And this will tell something inside of it to tell the home that a door is open or something is closed. It's really simple, but it works really, really well. I love door contact sensor automations, like when you open a door, lights will turn on. When you close a door, the lights will turn off. Or in our case, when this door is closed, a doorbell is turned off now that we have the doorbell chime into a smart plug. So we're gonna program this into HomeKit, install it in the wall, and then we should be ready to go for our automations. Because this has a battery in it, it doesn't need to be plugged in order to connect. So we're just gonna scan the QR code, and then we're gonna let it connect to Apple Home. Now that we've added the door contact sensor into Apple Home, we can add it to the specific room that we're going to be putting it in. For some reason, we still have June's bedroom listed as guest bedroom because it initially was a guest bedroom when we built the house. Then we had a baby. I should probably change that at some point. Okay, we're putting in the guest bedroom and we're just going to be calling it door contact sensor. And just so I see it more clearly, we're going to put it as the door. And automatically it will suggest an automation. When the door contact sensor opens, turn on the lights in the guest bedroom. That's a very simple automation that you can do right out of the box. So we're gonna hit continue because we're not gonna do that just yet. And then to verify, you can see right now, the door is open because the contact sensor is far apart from each other. But when I take this and bring it close, it's gonna say it's closed. So now that it's added to Apple Home, we can install this on the door. Using the larger piece, I'm just using it as a reference of where to put the other piece. So I'm just gonna stick that there, push it in here. And while there is some sticky stuff on the actual device here, I'm using some 3M command strips just so it's a little bit less harsh on any of the paint. And if we need to remove it, when we want to remove it, we can do so much easier. And now, put this right here. Perfect. Apply pressure for 30 seconds. Okay. Now, if everything works out okay, when I open the door, nothing should happen. Not too shabby. Okay, now the hard part is over. Everything is installed where it needs to be, and what we have to do now is just create the automation. When the door is closed, the doorbell turns off. Simple as that. So we're gonna jump in here to Apple Home, we're gonna hit the automation button, tap plus, hit add automation, and then we're gonna click a sensor detect something. We're gonna go to the guest bedroom, and we're gonna say the door contact sensor. Then we're gonna say closes anytime, and it doesn't matter who's home or not. We're gonna hit that. Then we're gonna scroll down to the kitchen. We're gonna hit doorbell plug, and that turns off, okay? Simple as that. But we want the doorbell to turn back on when the door is open. So let's create an automation that does that. Again, we're gonna go to the plus, hit automation, sensor detect something, scroll down to the guest bedroom, door contact sensor. When the door opens, we want to go down to the kitchen, the doorbell plug. Next, doorbell plug turns on. Hit done. Automations are done. Let's put it to the test. All right, we've got two cameras here. We've got one camera that is pointing right at the doorbell chime, and then this camera, which I'm going to be taking to the bedroom to show you that the door is opening and closing. And then we're gonna see if the doorbell chime actually turns on or off. All right, let's go. So you got both eyes here. We're gonna walk over to the bedroom. We are going to close this door. There's the sensor. Close this door. Now, hopefully the doorbell turned off. I'm just gonna take a quick peek and make sure. I know you already know, but I'm just gonna take a quick little look over here. Would you look at that? The light turned off. Part one of the automation is complete. Let's open the door. See if the light turns back on. Door is open. I heard something. I think it worked. All right, let's take a look. And it is back on. Success! I am not gonna lie, it feels pretty dang good when the automation works the very first time, and especially because I had everything already here from previous purchases when I got like a 2 or 3 pack of those sensors and devices. So I didn't have to go to the store, and I solved a major problem that we've been going through every single day with that freaking doorbell. Problem solved. Well, we'll see if it actually works in the environment throughout the day. I will keep you posted if I make any changes or anything else like that. But I would love to know, would you have done this a little bit different, whether using smart home tech or something else? How would you have handled this problem? And is there anything else that you would like to see using smart home automations? Let me know in the comments down below. But that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.